Like we all know, the adoption of the final address took place yesterday. Peter Obi has always told Nigerians that he won the 2023 presidential election and will prove it in court. That is exactly what the very smart legal team to Peter Obi and the Labour Party has done. With the overwhelming evidence before the judges, no doubt justice must be served. Peter Obi and Dati Ahmed were both present at the appeal court with the famous Nigerian author Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. The adoption of address started with Atiku and PDP, while Peter Obi and the Labour Party had theirs around 2 p.m. The adoption of the address of PDP and Atiku against Tinubu and the APC started with Justice Samani and PDP lead counsel San Uche going at each other. Here is the transcript for yesterday's proceeding. Honorable Justice Samani to PDP's Chief Uche, why did you file a reply? You are not supposed to file a reply. You are a petitioner and entitled to file final address presenting your case and not file a reply to their own address. You don't have the right to reply. We said we can file this reply on 5th of July. PDP San Uche responded. Justice Samani, learned Sikh, it's a matter of common sense. You filed 160 pages. Your final written address is 40 pages. Another one is 42 pages. And another final address here again is 120 pages. There are different cases to different final address, Chief Uche replied. Then you file one written address. Justice Samani responded to him. No, my lord, it has never been done like that. There are different respondents and they all filed on different days on different issues. Why would you say I should file one address? I don't agree to that. San Uche responded. So, you have 10 respondents, you will file 10 final address. Justice Samani asked. I will file addresses to all of them, because they filed on different dates and different issues, so I have to address them all accordingly. The proper thing we have always done is respond to all of them, San Uche replied. Chief Uche, I have pointed out to you what I want to, and that is it, Justice Samani replied. My lords, they filed separately. So, you filed 3 replies. I have not seen where a plaintiff will file a reply to the defendant's reply, Justice Bolaji chipped in. My lord, we were definite on what we wanted to do ab initio, and we deliberately replied to all of them separately because they boxed us from different angles, so we had to box them each. San Uche responded. So you have 3 different ones here and also a letter, Justice Samani asked. Oh, okay, take out the letter and leave our 3 addresses, San Uche replied him. Justice Bello, learned lord, that one is just an explanation, but the 3 others must stay. It is only right that we address each other finally, San Uche replied him. Okay, I will allow it because this matter is critical and the whole nation is attentive, and I don't want people to leave here and start saying another thing, because when we leave here now, don't be surprised what we will read out there. You know all these are young ones, Justice Samani said. So guys, we will begin with the case of the PDP and Atiku against Tinubu. The APC lead counsel Wole Olanipekun began with this statement. A citizenship by birth cannot be disqualified, and so the issue of the Guinean passport should not be considered. For the university certificate, my lord, there is no documentary or oral statement from Chicago State University disclaiming the second respondent Tinubu certificate of studentship. My lord, we want you to throw this petition to as far as your hands can carry because it holds no jurisdiction or fact. My lord, there is no precedence on presidential election cancellation. My learned colleague, on the other side, the criminal offense is timely and Inec said the time has passed, then the offense has passed. He said it here that the constitution forgives. Well, my lord, I am here to say that time does not run against crime, San Uche responded. Uche, we should not mislead the public. This thing is coming from the mouth of a senior advocate. Some people already have their headlines, and that's not right. It's a constitutional issue. It's written in the constitution, so it's not any time that does not run against crime. It's just the Constitution. Let's not mislead the public. The Constitution states how long any crime can stand. Justice Samani interrupted. Well, my lord, at least he admitted that the second respondent committed a crime. He said there's forgiveness in the Constitution, and even when there's forgiveness, let's not forget that there's also a punishment for sin. Yes, there's punishment for sin, San Uche replied. Uche, you are a Christian. Are you not a Christian? Christians forgive, and even Jesus said, "Go and sin no more." Justice Samani replied him. That was Jesus Christ. Oh, me? I am not Jesus, San Uche chipped in. Then, on precedence, my learned colleague said there's no precedence of annulling presidential election in Nigeria. San Olanipekun stands up angrily. I take objection to that. Don't misquote me. I am on my feet right now, so Uche, sit down. But I am still talking and you are using out of my time, San Uche interrupted. I am on my feet. I object to that. I allowed you to talk and kept my cool since even when you are mentioning things that is not in your written address, I kept my cool. I didn't talk. Please don't make me talk. I object to that statement you are making now. Don't do that, San Olanipekun chipped in. Well, I heard you clearly, and we all did. You said precedence does not exist in annulment of the presidential election. My lord, if I may go on, that precedent that they said has never happened can be created today and be done in this case today, San Uche replied him. Justice Samani interrupts with smiles on his face, but judgment is not today now. My lord, as I end this case, let that precedent be today. Heaven will not fall, San Uche replied. Justice Samani concludes, so we will inform you guys on the date of judgment. It was great listening to you all. After that of the PDP and Atiku against Tinubu, the Labour Party came in for their own adoption of their address. Peter Obi was present in court with smiles on his face as he introduced himself. Others present at the court are Saturday Monsignor for the second respondent, which is APC, San Levi Uzoku for Peter Obi and Labour Party, Inec San Abi Mahmood for Tinubu and Shetima. San Olanipekun was present. Also, APC had San Fagbemi. Justice Samani then asked INEC lead counsel to go first. San Abi Mahmood begins, yes, my lord, my colleague will take it up from here. Another INEC lawyer stands up to continue. My lord, the first respondent's written address was filed on 14th July 2023, and we also filed the reply of the point of law on 28th July 2023. Before I go on, I want to make a slight correction, my lord. In the third line of the reply of point of law, there is have, and it should be do not have. And after that, I wish to adopt this, my lord. Tinubu and Shetima's lawyer gets up. San Olanipekun, my lord, my colleague will lead this proceeding for the second respondent. APC lawyer, we filed a response on 23rd July 2023 upon receipt of the reply of the petitioners. Then it became pertinent to file a reply of point of law, which we did on the 27th of July 2023, and we seek that my lordship strike out this petitioner's request. Thank you, my lord. San Fagbemi then gets up for APC. We filed a reply on 23rd July 2023, and then we filed on point of law on receipt of the petitioner's address, and the point of law was filed on 27th of July and served on 28th of July. We now seek to adopt this and reply on these due processes, and we urge my able lords to reject those petitioners' documents. Very much obliged, my lords. After their adoption, San Levi is now up on his feet. My lord, my learned colleague San Kalu will lead this case today. San Kalu is now up on his feet. My lord, the reply was filed against the first respondents on the 14th of July, and with humility, I adopted these replies. Justice Samani, mention all your replies and adopt. You are mixing the whole thing. Let's finish with the respondent's objection and come to yours. I am responding to the first respondent, my lord, San Kalu replied. Respond to all at once, Justice Samani replied him. My lord, it's division of labor. My learned colleague here is to handle the second and third respondents. No, we can't allow that. You have to do it all at once. Justice Samani replied Sankalu. I think your economics teacher was too thorough with division of labor, Justice Ugo chipped in. My lord, we just want to do it how it would be easier, but no problem. Sankalu replies Justice Ugo. It's even a coincidence. You are from Abia State, and my economics teacher in Maiduguri was also from Abia State, Justice Samani said. Then, my lord, you should be paying me tithe, Sankalu says jokingly. Sanlivi continues, my lord, Anechebe-san will continue with the objections. My lord, the first objection was filed on the 23rd of July 2023, which is the objection filed against documents submitted by first respondent. My lord, the objection filed by the petitioner against the second and third respondents was filed on the 20th of July 2023. My lord, we respectfully adopt the argument canvassed in two processes in opposition of the documents rendered by all the respondents, and we seek that you sustain our objections here too, San Anichebe said. Please note that we would use 10 minutes each for adoptions and then 20 minutes each for oral submission of your final address, Justice Samani chipped in. San A.B. Mahmood then rises up to continue. Thank you, my lord. My lord, on 14th July 2023, we filed our final address and then we filed the reply on 20th of July 2023, and these are the processes filed by the first respondent, and we seek your humble permission to take our prayers and dismiss this petition as it lacks merit and should be dismissed by the court. I will seek your indulgence to clarify. On page 15 of our written address, we listed issues, and the first issue listed has to do with the petitioner's complaints of non-compliance and other regulations and guidelines by the first respondent. The technology introduced by the first respondent was misunderstood and misconstrued by the petitioners, and the purpose was not well understood. What was introduced, cited by the petitioners, is on the beavers, which was solely used for the authentication of voters and upload of results from the PU to the IREF portal. The evidence before the court shows clearly that the first respondents went to great lengths to ensure that the technology functioned as designed. The only points of disagreement are two. One, the petitioners have constructed in their mind that the electronic method be used to collate results, and no evidence was presented to support this by the petitioners, and the first respondent through its witness has certified that there is nothing like electronic collation but manual collation, which was carried out impeccably. There has been no electronic collation in any election in this country because it does not exist. Two, the petitioners claim this glitch was humanly done to give room for manipulation of election results, and no evidence was given by them to prove it. We have brought evidence to show that this glitch is not unusual to technology, especially new technology. After that of APC, Inec went on to say, my lord, the allegation of the so-called 88,000 blood results should be discarded because they do not in any way suggest that the original copies of the result sheets are also blood. They have still not provided any Form EC8A original copies from their agents to prove the 88,000 blood results. My lord, the petitioners brought up the 88,000 blood issue just for dramatization without evidence. At this point, everyone in the courtroom shouted "ah" because INEC started claiming what I don't understand. Sincerely, guys, this is funny because INEC on their own certified 88,000 blood copies to Labour Party, and now they are coming out to say it was just Labour Party that is coming up with it. They continued. This glitch, which was for 4 hours 15 minutes, did not affect the presidential election, and there is no evidence of any manipulation of the results, and I seek my lord to discountenance all statements of non-compliance from the petitioners. On the 25% of FCT votes in relation to the interpretation of the Constitution Section 134, that candidates must score 25% in two-thirds of states and the FCT. My lords, do not listen to the approach that are not constitutional. FCT in accordance of 299 is to be taken as a state and nothing more, nothing less, and not elevated to the status it does not hold or ascribe superiority, as that has never been the intention of the Constitution. Your time is up, Justice Samani interrupted. My time for my submission is up, AB Mahmood said jokingly. Don't worry, you still have more time on earth, Justice Samani replied him. I plead that this petition be dismissed. Thank you, San Abi Mahmood concluded. Tinubu and Shetima's lawyer, San Olanipekun, is now up and begins with, My lord, let us take it that the petitioners have no case in this court. Yes, because they don't have a case here. Look at Exhibit X1, pages 22 and 23 of the decision at the Supreme Court, which states that this Exhibit X1 settles the matter and it's the case of APC versus Labour Party and others, and it's very fresh from the oven. Let me go to the hype being made on fine, and let me draw your attention to Section 137, 1D of the Constitution, and we have made submissions, and it says he is under a statement of debt. It's simple grammar. He didn't say he was, it says he is under. It's present tense, present continuous. My lord, the law says 10 years after any offense is gone. So even though there's anything, the law has cleared it. This is the Constitution, and in secondary school, we were taught present tense and past participle and present tense. My lord, on 25% on FCT, let me say this, on bended knees. But he was still standing actually, and he said he wanted to say it on bended knees. My lord, on bended knees, my lord, FCT is like every other state. It is a state. My lord, again, the first petitioner has no local standing because the Constitution has taken him out of participating in any election rerun, even if there's going to be, because the candidate must be the candidate who has the highest of votes and one among of the remaining candidates, which is PDP, which has the majority of votes in the state cast in the election. He is not, so he cannot even be in any rerun. Lastly, to show that he is not a member of Labour Party, exhibit shows he cannot run because he is not a member. He cannot push the second person and claim second. So guys, from what we are seeing here, APC is praying for a rerun and they are choosing Atiku to be the one to run with them, claiming that Peter Obi is not eligible to run for a rerun. Can you imagine that, guys? So after that, APC lawyer is now up, continues from Olanipekun. My lord, as simple as it is, I join my learned colleagues, San Abi Mahmood, and my leader, San Wole Olanipekun, to say that this case should be quickly dismissed as it's a waste of time. This petition is ambiguous. This is the petitioner's forthcoming on the case of electronic collation. The first one was in the Federal High Court here in Abuja, and they abandoned it and ran to Lagos. And that case lasted 8 days, and they went to Court of Appeal, and it was disastrous for them because they lost. We have presented this in Exhibit X1. Now, they are here again about electronic collation. It is a gross abuse of court time. If anyone wants to attack any results, there has to be a PU by PU allocation and proof, because there was a glitch in PU A but none in B. But the petitioner said there was no glitch in their own places. They won, and they should at least have their proof but have none, and it is abysmally lacking in this case. Now, on the issue of rerun, it should be a two-man race, and that is between the winner of the election and the runner-up, and that has nothing to do with the petitioner. Like I said, guys, APC are actively looking for a rerun. I thought they are claiming that they won the election, so why are they clamoring for a rerun? And even if there is going to be a rerun, why not allow the courts to decide who and who will go back to the poll? Why are you insisting that Peter Obi will not go back to the poll with you guys? Fabemi continues, My lord, so on disqualification, everyone can run in an election rerun as long as you have run in the election. My lord, on the issue of forfeiture, the court already gave the second respondent a clean bill of health on that. Then, on the 25% of FCT, the Constitution states 25 states of the Federation Even if the candidate scores 0 in the FCT, 25% in 25 states stands, and there is no dispute that the second respondent scored 25% in 29 states, and to put FCT higher would amount to constitutional absurdity. My lord, on the glitches, while saying this, Fagbemi was already beginning to stammer and his voice was already sounding funny and everyone started laughing. Then Justice Ugo interrupted him and said, "It's a voice glitch." Yes, my lord, Fagbemi continues. Since time is up, let me say that INEC scored a high mark in this election. At least 50% is a pass mark, and INEC scored 90%, which is more than enough. The petitioners are only complaining about glitch. So, my lord, I seek that this petition be thrown out. Imagine that he's praying that the petition be thrown out when Labour Party has actually presented so many evidence before the court. After he has said this, Sanlivi stands up with a microphone. My lord, it is my submission that the respondents have labored in vain to diminish this petition. As the case of Oyetola versus INEC, where the Supreme Court said IREV is part of electoral process, my lords, I will seek your indulgence to refer you to paragraph 22 of the witness disposition of RW1, which all the respondents have preferred to ignore, and I would like to further drag them out of their uncomfortable zone. The witness, their own witness, said the authentic portal on which results can be accessed for review or determination of the election is the IREF portal. Now, they are saying that IREF is no more important. An election where 88,000 blood results were uploaded on this IREF is a flawed election. My lord, INEC gave results to the petitioner to present in this court, and 88,123 of those results were blood, and they were certified by the same INEC, and some were even blank copies of A4 papers certified, and among them you have pictures certified by them. And this same INEC wants to say that they conducted an election properly. My lord, let me repeat myself. We have heard you, Justice Samani interrupted. My lord, Sanlivi continues, let me say this. It is my submission that a certified true copy of a document must be an exact replica of the original. Must be. There is no choice. You cannot give us blood CTC. INEC can only have in its custody blood blank results and not the original, and so they have no basis as to what they used to declare that result. They only went to declare someone as winner, and they don't even have the original copies of results they certify, because it could never have been any other thing apart from blood sheets and pictures. My lord, the second respondent forfeited $460,000 on narcotics. They don't want to hear that. Narcotics. My lord, they have been quoting section 137, subsection 1D. They are trying to form a case for us and avoiding the main case. Even when you focus on money laundering, which was part of the crimes of the second respondent, the narcotics should not be ignored, and the Constitution is clear on such crimes. Now, on rerun, my lord, let us be clear. The only candidate who comes clear for a rerun is the first petitioner, according to section 131, subsection 3D. And my lord, in the case of Awolowo and Shagari, of course, the provision now was not available then in that case. And let me quickly refer to what the lawyer of the second respondent said, that the petition has been abandoned, and I can't believe this came from a brother I know. Petition that you spend time filing replies and you don't even have replies to file is what you are saying abandoned. A petition where you don't even have any witness. My lord, I don't want to spend time talking about FCT because the Constitution is very clear on it. None of them even defined the meaning of and. I didn't hear that from any of them, whether disjunctive or otherwise, and that would lead to manifest absurdity. And they know so, that is why they ignored that and did not urge my lord to interpret the and as being disjunctive. The clerk then rings the bell. My lord, I am replying 3 people. My time is not up. Sanlivi interrupts. My lord, the petitioners have proved their case, and to the issue of non-compliance from INEC, they have no defense. They said because of toner, that's why results CTC are blood. 4 months after was when they explained a 4 hours glitch. 4 months after. Up until 29th of May, they were still giving us blurred documents of election results 4 months after election. How can you reconcile the two? It's not possible. Your time is up, Justice Samani interrupted. My lord, one more sentence. The petitioners have proved that there was no glitch whatsoever in this election. May it please my lordship. Justice Samani interrupted again. Okay, we will announce the date for judgment to you all. So guys, this is the summary of what took place yesterday in the appeal court. INEC and APC are trying hard for the court to dismiss the case with little to no evidence that Labour Party's prayer is not true. Like we always say, the ball is in the court of the judiciary to do the right thing at this time, so Nigerians can regain their mandate. Please do well to like this video, share your thoughts about the video in the comment section, and please do well to subscribe to this channel so you get notified whenever